Hi, welcome to the first edition of Entertainment Elite. I'm Andrew, and this is Todd. Our first show is going to be this big UFC 133 card. We're going to do our predictions. We're going to start off with Rory MacDonald versus Mike Pyle.
Listen, I love Rory. I think he's the one to go for here. He's young, faster, stronger, better fighter. After his Nate Diaz fight, he's got way more confidence.
Not that Nate Diaz is a great fighter to begin with.
Yes, we know you hate Nate Diaz.
With a passion.
But still, I just feel like Rory's got this. Mike Pyle's had a few good wins, but they weren't against anybody special or that anybody's even remotely heard of, really, outside of his fights that he had there. So I'm going to say Rory wins it. I'm going to say first or second round TKO stoppage.
I can second that. I was actually going to go first or second round submission. With that go, I pretty much second everything that you said. I mean, he threw Nate Diaz around in the third round like a rag doll, which gave me endless enjoyment. But yeah, I would say first or second round submission. Moving on, we're going to go to the Yoshihiro Akiyama versus Vitor Belfort fight.
Yeah, this fight I don't even know what to start with because Vitor, his chin went on vacation 3 years ago. Yoshihiro, he's had 3 straight Fight of the Nights on UFC dating back to last year. He's had impressive fights. So I'm going to have to, in a coin flip, go with him because I just don't think Vitor has a chin anymore. And Yoshihiro's had incredible striking contests with Chris Lieben, and he's proven that he can take punch, unlike Vitor. Now, granted, if Vitor could sense that, maybe get it to the ground quick enough, maybe he can get a submission, but I don't think Vitor has the skills he had before. I think Yoshihiro Akiyama. I'm going to say second or third round submission by Yoshihiro Akiyama, though. I think it is going to get to the ground because I think Vitor is going to sense it and try and take it there, and I think Yoshihiro is going to surprise him with a submission.
I can second that. I definitely think Vitor has lost a lot as far as his ability. I mean, yeah, if anybody watched the Anderson Silva fight, one kick to the jaw, and that was the end of the fight.
One strike.
That's pretty much the only strike that really landed from either one of them. It was a front kick to the face, and out cold goes Vitor Belfort. Akiyama is a great fighter. I really like him. I say if it doesn't end by Akiyama TKOing Vitor, it's going to actually end up going to decision. I'd give Akiyama the decision.
I actually might go back on my word here and make it a knockout because now that I think about it, Vitor tried to take down Anderson. It didn't work out too well for him, and I know Anderson Silva's Akiyama's not Anderson Silva, but I might change that second or third round TKO. Akiyama's still the winner, though, in that one.
All right, now the big prediction that everybody wants to hear about is Rashad Evans versus Tito Ortiz. I'm going to let Todd take the lead on this one.
I kind of wavered for this for a while with this fight, but now as of late, after watching the Countdown show, seeing some of the footage, I'm absolutely going with Tito Ortiz in this fight. Rashad's had 18 months off, a lot of ring rust. It affects fighters differently. Some can handle it well, some can't. But I just feel like Rashad's never been that crisp of a fighter to begin with, and having 18 months out of the ring dealing with injuries is not going to help him. He changed trainers.
Yeah.
At the last second. He went from one of the best trainers in MMA to Mike Van Arsdale, who is a competent and good veteran fighter, but he's not the trainer that Rashad had before, all over a dispute with John Jones. We won't fight each other. So, all these things factor in, and Tito being so fresh, same trainers, he's had all this time. The big win over Ryan Bader, huge confidence booster there. So I have to pick Tito, but I do think it's going to go to decision. I think Tito's going to win a unanimous decision in this fight and take it all 3 rounds.
My whole thought process on it is obviously I agree. I mean, Rashad is nothing but a whiny little girl. I'm not going to take his wins away from him because he has beaten top quality fighters.
Yes, he has.
But at the same time, all the time he spent out of the ring, like you mentioned, he went from training with Greg Jackson to training with Mike Van Arsdale. And it's not taking
a huge loss.
Yeah, it's not taking anything away from Mike Van Arsdale. What I'm saying is, how do you go from somebody who trains champions to somebody who trains nobody.
When your sole goal is to be champion again.
And if you're having a dispute with somebody in the same camp, so you don't train with that person. You don't stop training with the trainer. I really think that that's going to come into play. I'm going to go with Tito by either submission or decision. I would love to see Tito Ortiz submit Rashad Evans. That would probably make me so happy I'd cry.
It'd be the greatest day.
It would be absolutely fantastic. That's what we got, guys. Go ahead and find
Before we go, though, let's all just admit this is a really shitty pay-per-view. Okay. Anyways, I just have to admit it. This is not an exciting pay-per-view. I mean, two good fights at the top of the card, a good young fighter in Rory McDonald, but is this really worth $45, Dana White? I don't think so, sir. So, that's just my quick shoot there. Go ahead.
You can follow us on Twitter at ENT-Elite1. Find us on Facebook at Elite Entertainment 1 at hotmail.com. Thanks.